He was like calm, respectful. I don't know. It was interesting. On social media, he says everything in interviews, but today when I was face to face,
Next, that's who I've had my target on for a while now, and it's pretty much all teed up, ready to go. And I think that's probably the biggest pay-per-view that I'll have done to date, maybe including this one, but who knows. But a big fight and one I'm excited for.
I want to fight Anthony Joshua exclusive because I know
he just got knocked out, right?
Yeah. He doesn't have a chin and he has no skill and he's stiff. And I love you, Anthony. We're friends.
After Anthony Joshua's promoter approved the matchup against Jake Paul, both fighters came together to finalize the details and complete the necessary paperwork for their highly anticipated bout later this year. While Jake Paul initially pushed for the fight to take place next year, Joshua and his team saw no reason for a delay, especially with Joshua entering the later stages of his boxing career. Ultimately, Paul agreed, setting the stage for an intense face-off during their media obligations. Unlike Paul's previous face-offs where he appeared relaxed and playful this time, he stood across from a towering 6'6", two-time heavyweight world champion, one of the hardest hitters in modern boxing.
Think about this trend of YouTubers entering the world of boxing.
I personally think it's really good. The boxing hardcores, they don't like it because it's like, why are they disrespecting our sport? There's an Olympic system that you have to go through, and once you're qualified there, then you go through to professional ranks. Whereas someone with a profile can just come out of nowhere and fight one of the best guys.
During the face-off, it was clear that Anthony Joshua felt disrespected by Jake Paul. Fueled by recent setbacks and eager to make a statement, Joshua is approaching this fight with a focused intensity. He has a track record of silencing overconfident opponents. When a former UFC champion took Tyson Fury the distance, some thought he could challenge Joshua, until Joshua ended the fight in just 2 rounds. Jake Paul has built his career facing older athletes and crossover stars, but this challenge is on a completely different level. Even during a rough patch, Joshua remains an elite heavyweight. While Paul is known for his bold talk, stepping into the ring with a true powerhouse is a whole new reality.
Boxers, because I want to take this more traditional boxing route of moving up into the rankings, fighting professionals, and taking the route to become world champion like a prospect of my caliber would be doing.
Is there risk with that though? Like, why do that? Like, I remember when you were fighting that.
Things took a dramatic turn after Jake Paul stunned the boxing world by calling out two-time heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua last week. The bold challenge sparked intense backlash, forcing Paul to clarify that he wasn't speaking under the influence when he made the call. On his YouTube show BS with Jake Paul, he confidently claimed he could defeat Joshua, criticizing AJ's technique and calling him stiff with a vulnerable chin. Despite acknowledging his respect for Joshua and even considering him a friend, Paul remained firm. He wants the fight and truly believes he can win. He even went as far as saying he could take on top names like Canelo. Anthony Joshua has been inactive since his loss to fellow Brit Daniel Dubois on September 28, while Jake Paul last stepped into the ring in November, securing a victory over former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, if I'm someone that runs, like what you said about, like, am I being myself now? I'll just always keep it 100. Like, if I'm...
Jake Paul called out Anthony Joshua, surprising even his brother Logan. On a flight, Logan asked, asterisk, where you won something? Asterisk, Jake laughed, asterisk, no, but I would if you had some. Asterisk.
I take lead. Like, I've always let my coach lead. Like, whatever he thinks he should do. Ask Derek, the only thing I will dictate on is me wanting to do more. So that's probably the only thing I'll ever ask him to do. Oh, can we do one more round on this? Can we do one more round on that? Like, I'm not dictating writing out a program like at 8 o'clock at night when I should be in bed.
The exchange heated up when Logan Paul asked, asterisk, why did you do that? Asterisk, Jake Paul, known as asterisk the problem child asterisk, revealed his goal of becoming heavyweight champion, taking a subtle jab at Joshua's resilience. Logan cut in asterisk, but he's still Anthony Joshua. Asterisk undeterred, Jake doubled down, claiming Joshua lacks rhythm, skill, and true power.
So we shall see. It's a big tease, I think. I think it's a big tease, but there's a weird, just kind of projecting it. If Tyson Fury saw Anthony Joshua in the ring with Jake Paul, it might just tempt him.
Joshua against Jake Paul. Please put this to bed or light the fire. What's going on?
I mean,
Sorry. This is the first time I've spoken about the fight. To be honest, like, I look at it and I think Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua. I mean, look, for me, we'd do it for the banter. Do you know what I mean? Like, AJ would fight Jake Paul. He'd fight anyone, to be honest with you. And if Jake Paul wants to step up and fight Anthony Joshua, he'll need the relevant insurance. You know, the only thing that was disappointing was he says 2026. I'll do it in 2025 if you really want to do it. You're not going to get really much better at this stage, but I don't know. Those two have spoken. I spoke to AJ this morning. He went, listen, of course, I'd fight. I mean, you know, if the question was asked to Jai, would you fight Jake Paul? And there was...
I wouldn't fight him, I'd bash him.
Yeah. Listen, Jake creates massive events, right? You know that's going to create, like, unbelievable viewership, and no disrespect to Jake Paul. It's a straightforward night's work.
Said that Jake Paul and AJ could be a thing in the future, or at least when asked the question, you asked to make sure his insurance was okay. Is that a possibility?
I mean, look, AJ's not a world heavyweight champion anymore, so we're not chasing unifications and undisputed. Like, would we fight Jake Paul for a huge amount of money? Yes. I mean, it would just be an easy night's work. I'm not really a fan of it, to be honest with you, and it's such a chronic mismatch but Jake Paul's the kind of, he's so money orientated and attention orientated that he would do something silly like that.
To give a little opinion on everything I've been seeing on social media lately, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, just wanted to come in and remind everybody.
Absolutely zero chance of Jake Paul beating Anthony Joshua. It's almost 100% guaranteed he's going to get hurt unless it's an exhibition. Now, I don't think Anthony Joshua is the kind of guy that can hold back.
Couldn't beat me when I basically had a broken hand. I had one hand and he still lost. Jake Paul, I'm still your daddy, and everybody weighing this fight up, don't bother, because he ain't worth a shilling. And the loss will always be there, Mr. Paul. Take it easy.
I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter. And I always say that, no disrespect him. But, you know, sometimes it's a little crazy that people talking about a small fighter like Charlo. He's big, which he is big. And everybody's talking about if I'm gonna face fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo. So no make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't wanna have credit to face Crawford, but you know, you never know. You never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody.
Get the poster. We are announcing Tuesday, February 11th. Claiming he fights real fighters, but he's fighting Crawford, a 135-pound fighter, and running from a real fighter like